You remember how to do this, man? You draw a long line like this, guys. Draw a line straight up. Yeah, draw a line straight up, guys. ABC, so here would be ABC. So here would be right here. Measure 90 degrees here, guys, with your protractor. Or you can swing as well. You can definitely swing. You can swing like a compass here and then mark the 90 degrees. You know what I mean? That's a good way. You can use a compass and just swing. Oops. Use the compass and just swing. Mark your 90 degrees here, and that would give you 90 degrees. You'd mark one here, and then you'd use the middle, or you could use here and here as well. Then when you draw that now, this is B. B is definitely right there. And then let's say AB is 5 centimeters, right? AB is 5 centimeters. So we could put A here still. We could put A here if we want to, and have here as AB. And then we would draw a 60 degrees here. And when you draw that 60 degrees now, you just draw it to make sure it matches the point over there. We kind of draw it a little better. Yeah, so you draw 60 degrees there, and then you draw it through to make sure it matches the line here. And that will give you a triangle, right? That would definitely give you the triangle.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but could you draw a 60-degree angle from there though? Wouldn't that be the 120 angle?
No, there's no 120 angle.
I mean, based on where you put the A there, that would be the 120.
There is no 120 angle. 90 degrees, 60 degrees, 30 degrees. There's no 120 angle.
Okay.
Yeah, think about it. There's no 120. Well, another thing, guys, it says here BAC. And always remember, guys, that the angle is in the middle here. So where it says ABC here, that means that the angle is at B. And for this one that says BAC is equal to 60 degrees, that means the angle is at A. So the 60-degree angle has to be here at A because A is in the middle. So that's why I need to put the 60 degrees where A is. Does that make sense? I really need to put it there.
Yeah, I drink backwards though. So.
Yeah, if you draw it another way, it's fine, you know, but you just have to make sure that where the 60 degrees is, A is there. You have to make sure. Same thing, the C is actually where the 30 degrees is. So what I'm trying to say, guys, you don't want to draw it like this and put A here and C here, because that's not right, actually. You may lose a mark for that. You want to put A, as I said, A is in the middle here, so BAC is the 60 degrees. So this is A for sure, and this is C. Cool? Make sense, guys? And then, of course, you want to outline your triangle. So I would outline my triangle really bold, try to make it bold as ever, and just label it. And after that, you're good. Cool. So Romario, make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So we're done with this. Let's move on to this now. So guys, this is really easy. The first part is really easy. And then the second part is monstrously hard. So we're ready for this one, guys. Express C in terms of A and B. So easy. Pythagoras theorem says C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, right? So it says express C. So we need to find C, not C squared. C is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. So this is the answer for this question. So guys, always remember Pythagoras theorem, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. This is just a rule. You know, that's a rule everybody should know. It's on the formula sheet. You know, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. So this 1 mark, you should get this 1 mark. Okay, you need to just make C the subject of the formula. That's all. No, the marks down here, no. Believe me, God, I don't think I really think this is just unreasonable for CXC to give. I don't think you're gonna get anything this hard in your exam, guys. It's unreasonable. Straight up, it's unreasonable. I'll just tell you straight, it's unreasonable. It's just hard. It's not something you're gonna get in the exam. I can guarantee you that. You're not gonna get it in the exam. Cool. But let's look at it same way. I still have to show you what's right, right? So this part was really easy. The answer here is C is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared. But let's do the second part now, guys. I want to do the second part of this. Let me just explain it. So it says write in terms of A, B, and C expressions for sine theta and cos theta, right? So guys, one thing's for sure, the angle is right here. So yeah, it says write in terms of A and B sine theta and plus cos theta. So guys, remember trig rules. This is where the angle is. This is where A is. So this is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the adjacent side, right? Because the angle always points to the opposite side. Now, sine theta, guys, would actually be opposite over hypotenuse. Does that make sense? Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, right? But the hypotenuse here is C, guys. And the adjacent side, sorry, the opposite side is A. So this is A over C. And the cos now, cos is always adjacent over hypotenuse. Am I right? So the cos one would be B over C. And that's the answer for this part, guys. Write A and B in terms of sine, write in terms of A, B, and C expressions for sine theta plus cos theta. This is the expression. A over C plus B over C.
You know, I did that.
Yeah, so this is good. If you did that, that's good. Yeah. But genuinely, as I said, I don't think you could get something so hard in the exam. But let's look at the last part now. The last part says, using the results from part A and part B, show that sine theta sine squared plus cos squared is equal to 1. So guys, we can definitely show that. We're going to end up with A over C squared plus B over C squared, right? So it's saying here, guys, we need to show that sine theta plus cos theta squared, both of them are squared now, is equal to 1. We need to show that it's equal to 1. So I'm going to show you guys how it's equal to 1 though. Let me rub this out and give some space for myself. So guys, that's how we do it. We're going to put the same A plus C and B plus C, and we're going to square them. So we're going to end up with A squared over C squared plus B squared over C squared. And of course, this would be the same thing as A squared plus B squared over C squared. Am I right? When you square these guys, that's what you get, A squared over C squared plus B squared over C squared. Because we're squaring them, right? A over C times A over C is equal to A squared over C squared. Does that make sense?
Sir, C squared plus C squared is C squared?
Yeah, in this case, because it's the denominator. Think of it as like a fraction. 3 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is equal to 4 over 4. Same thing here. That's the denominator. So yeah. Now we'll end up with A squared plus B squared over C squared. But guys, we already know that A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So that's actually going to end up giving us C squared over C squared. And if you cancel C squared into C squared, you're gonna get 1, don't it? So this shows, guys, that sine theta squared plus cos theta squared is equal to 1. It does show it, because when we square these two, we're gonna end up with C squared over C squared. This is going to end up being C squared over C squared, which is equal to 1. So that means that this is definitely equal to 1. Make sense? So guys, I know nobody would understand this, and I know, believe me when I say it's not worth the 2 marks for this part. Cool. If you see something like this in the exam, guys, and you don't know how to do it, move on. It's 2 marks. Cool. It's 2 marks. Move on. Learn to move on, guys. Especially in a math exam, you don't want to get caught up on something that's just 2 marks and you spend 30 minutes on that. You don't want to do that. So what would I do? I would genuinely leave this for last. That's how you do math, guys. You leave the hard stuff for last. You build yourself up and leave the hard stuff for last. Math is like bodybuilding, guys. Yeah, math is like bodybuilding. You have to start from the bottom, right? You can't start from benching 500 pounds if you can't manage. Am I right? So cool. So let's move on to number 4 now. We're not moving at a bad pace. I think we're moving on. I think we're doing okay. Aquino, you with me? I hope you're with me, bro. I think you're in the chat. I think you're here, but let's just